I for years lost sight of myself and what I needed. I always worried about what my kids needed, what my husband needed, what my job needed. And I felt coming into this, well, I get my exercise in, I have my Peloton, so I'm doing what I need to do. But that was like only one little leg of it. There was all these other ones. I conquer these things like each week. There's always more to conquer, and that's not a bad thing. It's just a matter of growing, and it's building those stepping stones. I think it's a combination of what I'm eating, but I also do think it's part of my confidence and how I hold myself now. The difference with me is I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to fall off that cliff at some point. Like, this is it. I didn't realize that I would be thinking this way at this point. When I started with you, I did not. I was like, in order for me to be happy, I have to lose 30 pounds. Moving into this fall season in the holidays, and like the amount of junk food that gets thrown at you and alcohol and all of those things, you got to be equipped. I've never had that knowledge, tools, to head into the holiday season. I was eating things that I thought were good for me and I thought were going to help me in my weight loss. It was really my lack of knowledge. I just never paid attention to food. Any diet that I had done previously, it was a diet, it was what they told me to eat. You don't go to a restaurant and, they serve you that diet food that they tell you to eat. Exactly. You have to be able to have some kind of knowledge to piece together meals that are going to work for you. And I had healthy food in my kitchen. It was just a matter of trying to piece it together to make it a meal that would fill me up. That's what I've learned now. I've been able to do meal prep now in a natural way. I think back of like 2 decades and I'm like, oh my God, when was I not dieting? When was I not thinking I had to lose weight? I don't want to spend the next 40 years dieting. I want to just be healthy and be happy. I think that I've gotten there. It's an everyday journey. It's an everyday thing, and I'm always going to work at it. I think I'm finally at that point. I don't consider myself a failure. I enjoy things now. In the first month of working with you, when I saw like an inch come off my stomach and like 2 inches come off my hip, that was like, whoa. Okay, like previous diets, I would just be losing that water weight at first, but it never really sculpted my body. I was like, wow, this is working. Even I don't care what the scale says, like this is working. I've seen the results. I think my husband has seen the results. I have a better attitude about things. Like, I'm not as moody, and the stress in my life has not gone away. It's still there, maybe more so.
Yeah.
Overall, I have a really good handle on it. I look a lot at my nutrition like the way I look a lot at my marriage, right? Like, I have a good marriage. I love my husband, but it's always a work in progress. Like, you can't just stay stagnant. And I look at that with nutrition as well. I didn't realize when I started this journey with you, like how this knowledge isn't just going to affect me, but the people in my family, and helping to educate them, especially my kids. I can understand somebody saying, well, maybe I'll just try it for a month, and see how it goes. I think that it needs to be you need to approach it in the opposite way, which is the 6 months is what you need. You're not going to learn everything overnight. The fact that I started with you at 6 months, in that first month, I learned like it's baby steps. I think part of my success has been the fact that you've given me something each week to work on, and not all at once, because I couldn't consume all of that all at once. The reason that I looked to you also was when I started with you, I had the most weight that I've ever needed to lose in my life. I had recognized that all these other diets that I had tried, they didn't even get me the 10 pounds that I needed to lose at that point. So I'm like, okay, if I need to lose 3 times that amount, I need to do something drastically different. I started to recognize that my stress level and things that were going on outside of food were wearing on me as well. It was a combination of those factors, and the weight is a part of it, but my health is a bigger. I quickly realized within like 2 months of working with you that I'll never diet again.